Hi there. Let me ask you a question. What's the number one reasons donors stop giving to an organization? Well, it's because they don't know where their money is going. I'm Paul Hosch, and I'm the CEO of Nonprofit Fundraising Management, where our mission is to help Black ministries thrive through modern fundraising. And today we're going to talk about why transparency is key to building and maintaining donor trust. And I'll share insights on how transparency can transform donor relationships. And stick around to the end. I'm going to include a quiz to help you retain this information. Now let's start with segment 1. What is transparency and why does it matter? Let's start with the basics. Transparency is about being open, honest, and clear about how your organization or ministry is using the resources entrusted to it. It matters because donors, supporters, and congregants want to feel confident that their donations to your ministry are actually making a difference. And here's the thing to remember. Transparency isn't just about financial reports. It's also about storytelling, communication, follow-through, and consistency. Here are the 3 key elements of transparency. Number 1, financial clarity, showing where every dollar goes. Number 2, impact reporting, sharing stories and data that show results. And number 3, consistent communications, keeping donors informed regularly. Now let's hear why other nonprofit professionals say transparency is so important and powerful to fundraising. Segment number 2, financial transparency matters. When donors see a clear breakdown of how their funds are being used, whether it's a pie chart in the annual report or a one-page summary, confidence builds. Here's a pro tip. Don't just stop that we raised $100,000. Show where the money went. For example, say we raised $100,000 and 70% of it went to programming, 20% of it went to outreach, and only 10% of it went to administrative costs. That level of detail reassures donors and lets them know that their money is being stewarded wisely. And it's important to understand that financial transparency isn't about just overwhelming people with numbers and data. It's about simplifying the data so that donors can see their impact. Segment number 3, the role of impact reporting. Impact reporting is where you move beyond just the numbers and you show donors real-world differences that their contributions are making. For example, if your food pantry feeds 1,000 families per week, share that data, but also share a story about one family who's impacted by the support of the food pantry. Another example, if your youth program provides scholarships for students, share how many scholarships it provides, but also share a story about one of the students and how they've been impacted by the scholarship. Most fundraising professionals say one of the best ways to inspire donations is by connecting their giving to stories of impact. Numbers are important, but stories stick. I work with ministries that provide housing for low-income individuals, and instead of just saying we provide housing for 50 families, we do say we provide housing for 50 families, but we also tell a story about a single parent who now has a safe place for their children to sleep. That story will bring in more donations than the numbers alone. It's important to remember that impact reporting isn't about just showing what you've done. It's about connecting with your donors on an emotional level. We're moving right along. Segment 4, consistent communication builds trust. Transparency isn't a one and done thing. It's about a cycle of consistent communication. And here are the 3 phases. Number 1, before the gift. Number 2, after the gift. And number 3, ongoing follow-up. Number 1, before the gift. Be clear about why you're raising the funds and how the money will be used. Number 2, after the gift. Thank donors immediately and let them know what their gift accomplished. Number 3, ongoing updates. Share progress through e-newsletters, annual reports, social media, and even email. Segment 5, why transparency strengthens relationships. Here's why this matters. When donors trust you, they're more likely to give and give again. And guess what? They're more likely to tell their friends and family about your work. Transparency doesn't just retain donors, it creates advocates. So how do you begin building trust today? Let me provide you with 3 quick steps on how to do that. Number 1, create an annual impact report. Even if it's just one story, share financial data as well as stories of impact. Number 2, communicate consistently. Don't let donors only hear from you when you need money. Make sure you're keeping them up to date on the progress that their support has made happen. Number 3, be honest. Be upfront if something doesn't go as planned. Donors respect honesty more than they do perfection. Now we're at segment 6, quiz time, and this is only to help you retain this information. Number 1, are you sharing financials with your donors in a clear and simple way? Number 2, do you consistently update your donors on the impact of their gift? Number 3, have you created an annual report or a summary of your ministry's work? And number 4, are you communicating with your donors even when you're not asking them for money? If your answer is no to any one of these, don't worry, just start small. And even if it's just sending a thank you note or a success story on social media, just start somewhere, but be consistent and it'll build over time. Before you go, I'd like to sincerely thank you for watching this video to the end. By doing so, you're increasing our algorithm and allowing YouTube to share this video to more ministries that need it. Thank you. And if this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your ministry leaders and friends. Let's keep building ministries that inspire, transform, and endure. Until next time, stay blessed and lead with purpose.